Welcome to Calder Park. We're here for the Rides Down Under Workshop Wars drag racing session. So get your backside trackside and hang on.
We've assembled teams from the best of Australia's car building and car tuning workshops to see who can build the toughest street monster. Our teams will go head to head in a final fuel-burning rubber shredding competition. On today's show, it's old school versus new school in our drag racing challenge. The boys at AM Racing took only 10 weeks from when the painted shell was delivered to their workshop. It's a testament to the skill and knowledge of the team to be able to put this piece of Aussie history back on the road. The XY GTHO Phase 3 Falcon replica looks stunning.
The rush was unbelievable. Right to the last moment, we were still fitting parts. We were having little electrical failures. We were having all sorts of issues. That's just how this stuff goes. You know, the moment you think you're going to be finished in plenty of time to spare, something will come up and bite you. So that's what happened to us. I think the other boys might have copped some of that too. Bringing the car down to Geelong, the Ford factory there, it was pretty good to get it out there and take a couple of photos in front of the factory, in front of the Ford logo. It sort of took us back a little bit, I guess.
So here we are 98 days later, Todd, so how does it feel?
Just can't believe we did it. Yeah, I was talking to Beck. She was in control of tallying all the hours and timesheets, and it took about 2,600 hours in the 98 days, or just under 14 weeks in total. Everything done in-house. I guess the only thing that we did get a hand with was the upholstery. We stripped the seat out, and then the boys at Evans Trim Shop out at Toowoomba did all the re-trimming of the seat and the door cards, but then they come and fitted the carpet on site, so pretty much a complete built in-house, so pretty happy.
You and Dean did a 24-hour stint on the last day just to try and get the truck to the point where it was drivable and completed. We were only still putting the dash into our truck when the other truck was arriving to pick it up to take it to Melbourne. So the problem is we lost a number of days getting the truck to Melbourne because it's not just down the road, it's 2,000 odd kilometres, which put the other guys at a bit of an advantage over us because they had still several days to complete their builds, and obviously their builds were probably quite as extensive as what we did.
Truck can drive, stop. I guess we've got to thank a lot of our sponsors and all the boys that put in the man hours. Staff, suppliers, anyone else that was involved, even to people helping out with coffees and drinks and keeping us all hydrated after the long hours.
And now that we've done number one under our belt and built what we consider is an awesome build, we're looking for a customer now to come out and put their hand up, and we can take their vision into a reality and have them on television as well.
I'd be more than happy to help anyone out that wants to get a car finished to the sort of level that we want to finish a car.
All I can say is bring on the next one.
I'm really happy with the build. It's gone really well. This car has gone from standard form, it made 205 rear wheel kilowatts. Now that it's finished, we've had on the dyno, it now makes 427 rear wheel kilowatts. So we've more than doubled the power, which is really is a testament to this engine, the LS style engine, that you can do that without building a bottom end, without changing the pistons and the rods and the crankshaft and everything else. We've left all that standard, and all we've done is bolt-on components. So high flowing cylinder heads, Higgins CNC ported heads, a custom grind Crow camshaft, a supercharger kit, a Wilkinshaw supercharger kit, the Filippo exhaust system, just bolt-on bits, and you can double the power in one of these things and still have a good reliable car it's a great all-purpose car. You know, it's not a drag car and it's not a circuit car. It's an all-round car. You can take it to the track and do a track day. You can take it to the drags and have a bit of fun as well. And you can drive it to work every day like I do. We're hoping to knock off the other boys. I sort of see HPF being our biggest competitor for sure. Although having said that, the other two guys have, they've got some pretty serious cars as well. You know, I see us as being the underdog, to be totally honest. The Jeep's got, nearly half a litre more capacity than this 6 litre. The Jeep's a 6.4. I'm sort of thinking maybe we might just put a little bit of race fuel in it just for the drag racing, and maybe a drag radial tyre. But look, we'll see how we go.
Next, Paul heads to Race Parts Melbourne to gain a little advantage for the SSV Commodore.
G'day, John.
G'day, Paul.
Paul, nice to meet you, mate.
Yeah, likewise.
All right, so we've got a big event coming up, drag racing.
Yep.
I need all the help I can get.
No worries.
I've come here for your drag racing expertise. What can we do to get the car to hook up better off the line? I'm tipping the standard street tyres that we've got aren't going to cut it.
You'll definitely struggle to standard street tyres.
Yep.
So we've got the Mickey Thompson ET Street SSs here.
Okay.
They're a 275 40/20, and they're definitely going to help getting off the line.
And so being a 20, I can the rim's going to fit over my big brakes. I don't have to put change
Exactly.
the brakes or anything
exactly.
like that.
Yeah, so you don't have the issues of having to remove brakes to run smaller wheels and all the rest of it. You can just roll up and go for it. So.
Fantastic. And what tyre pressures do you recommend with these tyres?
Look, we normally run 16 to 17 PSI in them.
And I'm tipping massive burnout.
Not a huge burnout, unfortunately. I'd just do a little burnout, roll out of the water, get a bit of heat in them, and just roll up.
We're making pretty good power anyway on 98 octane fuel.
Yep.
But I'm thinking maybe some race fuel might allow us to put a bit more spark advance in the engine.
Yep.
And hopefully get another sort of maybe 10, 15 kilowatts at the wheels.
We've got the VP Racing MS109. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely going to give you an advantage over the 98.
Okay.
Give you that bit more of an edge.
Okay. Oh, well, great, mate. So with the sticky tyres, some more power.
Yep.
Do you reckon I'm going to blow the Jeep into the weeds?
I think you've got it covered.
All right. Good on you, Johnny. Thanks.
No worries.
Nice to meet you, mate.
All teams head to scrutineering with their cars to go through a safety check to make sure they're race ready.
The way the car's come up, I'm super pleased with it. It drives, runs beautifully, smooth. It's like driving a brand new car. We're really, really happy with it. After tonight, going down the quarter there, we'll see what it runs. We're going to run it on street tyres as we drive it. We're not trying to rewrite the record books or reinvent the wheel. So I'm looking forward to that, and yeah, the car's running super.
Yeah, I feel good. I'm quietly confident, but there's always a little element of nervousness. Every time you come here, you're not sure if you're going to get down to the end of the track without something breaking or blowing up, but that's drag racing and cars, so yeah. But car's been going good. I've had a little bit of testing, just driving it to and from home, and it's been good, so quietly confident. I feel more confident, I think, than the boys in the C10, that's for sure. I've had a look at the GT. Again, just a beautiful build, amazing car. I think I'm racing in first, and a bit of old school versus new school, so that'll be a bit of fun. I was pretty happy in that we got down to the end of the track. That's always good. Didn't break anything, but I was a little bit disappointed in the mile an hour. I thought we'd be a bit higher than that. And just looking at a couple of things now, we think maybe the intercooler's not working properly. That's a possibility. The launch, I was pretty easy off the line. I didn't go too hard. I just, as I said, wanted to get to the end of the track. So 11.8 at 117 mile an hour. That's okay for a first run out. My reaction time was 0.6, so not great, really. Whereas the GT was 0.19, so he was a lot better off the line.
Struggle getting off the line, street tyres and narrow ones at that, so it was a bit of a struggle getting off the line. Once I got going, I felt really strong in the first gear, second gear. Went for third gear, shifter got all jammed up and couldn't pick any gears after that, so basically rolled it to the end and ran a pretty poor number. So we've adjusted the shifter up now, let a bit of tyre pressure down because we were up quite high, and we'll see where it goes. Getting off the start line was our worst problem, and it's going to be our worst problem here tonight. So shifter sorted, we believe, and let's just see if we can manage the launching a bit better. That's always good driving one of these old cars, and the people probably know it's never going to be the fastest car in the world, but just it takes them back as well, and it's fun, you know.
I thought Sash might have had me. He actually took off in second gear and he still got me off the line. I was totally asleep. And he got a good run on me. And I was able to reel him in though. I think I got a bit more power than the Ford.
So I'm still very old school, clutch, shifting gears, old fashioned driving.
Next, the C10 has some teething troubles, and we see Arch Rivals HPF take on GPC in the final of our Workshop Wars Challenge.
First sort of driving and testing and driving around, we a bit of a braking issue where the front brakes were seizing up. Wasn't the brake pedal side of it, so we pulled the master cylinder off and found that there was probably about 3 mil too much preload on the master cylinder. Pulled the master off, pulled the push rod out, adjusted the push rod, put the push rod back in, and then set it back up again, and the brakes were a lot more freer. Before we couldn't even roll the vehicle. Because the brakes were already sigging, we didn't want to overpressure the brakes in any forced braking. Like, we haven't embedded the brakes in. Like, they still had the black on the Wheelwood brakes that Wheelwood supply, so we definitely went pretty easy on the run. Safer option. No one wants to see a car like that get put in the wall or something ridiculous. So we went pretty easy. Still pretty proud of what happened.
It's not a drag car, even though we've put some, some sticky drag radial tyres on the rear. It's a street car.
It's what's expected, you know. I mean, when you've got no grip, you've got to put some different tyres on it to get some grip. And when you haven't got enough power, you've got to change the fuel. So, you know, look, Paulie's taken the mats out. I think he's probably, you know, I'm surprised the back seat's in it actually, to be honest with you. But, you know, he's got to do everything he can because he knows he's up against it.
Rob's talking about trying the launch control off the line. Look, once again, if I fall asleep off the line again, I've got to wake up, might have to have a coffee. But yeah, it's going to be a close race, I think. Same as the race before, totally fell asleep. Rob was gone and I thought, that's it, it's finished.
It was a pretty good race. I was keeping my eye in the mirror and I could see he wasn't sort of there. He was in my blind spot and I thought, I think I've got him, and then no, I haven't got him. He came past me just at the end.
All the way down the track, I was reeling him in, and I couldn't quite see where the finish line was, so I didn't know if I had him or not. I knew it was going to be close, but yeah, winners are grinners.
It's a good race.
Yeah, it was a great drag race.
The time that Paul ran is a testament to how good the supercharger is on that car. A lot of people have mixed sort of, you know, feelings about how good that charger is, but 125 mile an hour says that he's making plenty of power, so
that's right.
It's a good job.
And with a good setup, that car could run a 10-second time.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
The whole package that we put together is a package that we put together, you know, on a weekly basis at work. So we've done it to death. We know it works, and that's why we went with it.
Coming up, we have one more surprise for our winner.
I couldn't quite see where the finish line was, so I didn't know if I had him or not. I knew it was going to be close.
He was in my blind spot, and I thought, I think I've got him, and then no, I haven't got him.
All these guys have put on a good show for their cars. We've got a bit of a presentation for everyone, so congratulations, guys.
Thanks, mate.
Good running, and hope you've all done really well.
Yeah.
Thanks, Darren.
No dramas.
Thank you.
And we've got one little treat if the winner's up to it, which I believe you're the winner out of the event.
I am, apparently.
So, ready to take on the jet car?
To take it on?
Yep.
I'll give it a crack.
Give it a go.
You're going to smash me. Hopefully you don't cross in front of me and burn my car.
No, we'll try not to, but
okay.
Hopefully we'll put on a good show for the crowd and see what happens, definitely.
I'm pumped. I can't wait to get out there and have a crack. He's going to blow me into the weeds, no doubt about it. He's got, who knows how many times more horsepower than I've got. But it's going to be exciting, and yeah, probably be the only time in my life I get to race a jet car. Going up to the line, I couldn't feel the car, couldn't hear it. I was just, you know, edged up to the lights, and the jet car was to my right, had the window down. Every time he hit the afterburner, the noise just went through my chest. It sort of shakes your internal organs. It was unbelievable. The screen in my dash was, in the centre screen, was flickering. Every time he hit the afterburner, the screen would flicker, and it was crazy. I got a really good start. I think I beat him for maybe, I don't know, 5 metres, 10 metres, and then he just blew me into the weeds. Look, when he went past, it shook the car, the turbulence of the jet. It's been a great experience to be part of Rides Down Under Workshop Wars. We've all had a great time. It was really good to meet the other teams as well. And look, my hat goes off to the guys that built the C10 and Sash with the GT. Look, they were both ground up, restorations. A huge amount of work went into those cars, and they both, looked fantastic. Rob and the boys at HPF, they did a great job on the Jeep. Next year we'll be looking at doing something completely different. It may not be petrol power, who knows? But the times are changing in the performance industry. So, yeah, bring it on.
If you think you've got what it takes to be part of Workshop Wars, contact us for our next season.